Andrew McGahan for SevereMMA here, standing alongside Tony Ferguson ahead of his fight this weekend. Tony, opponent change a couple of weeks out. Your thoughts on that initially?
I was pissed. I was pissed. I went right into the boxing ring and I started shadow boxing. I went and hit the bags like I've never hit the bags before. I put on about 30 pounds of muscle preparing for Khabib Nurmagomedov. I was going to take great pride in throwing him on his back from standing and beating him at his own game and finishing him. But he took that opportunity from me. You took it, Khabib.
Is it going to happen again, though? You know, he's talking about retirement. He's talking about all sorts of stuff. He's getting injured and injured. He doesn't know what he's going to do.
He's being a little punk. Hey, when you get injured like that, you like to throw around a bunch of crazy ideas. I understand that. I sent him a cool Twitter and I said, you know what? Hey, get well. Hashtag get well, Khabib. And I don't ever wish anybody in this sport to get hurt or to have a bad time. I never do that because I want these opponents. I need these opponents. I need some asses to kick. You know what I mean? And Edson Barbosa was the one guy that was willing enough to step up. So when he had his name come up, I already knew that I was going to fight this guy. I already knew somewhere along the line that Edson Barbosa was on my timeline because he's one of the best out there. He's got the highlight reel knockouts, but I got the highlight finishes, and I got many of them.
I have to say your words are almost as slick as your demeanor today, because that is some jacket. You're really you seem really pumped up for this fight.
I'm extremely excited for this fight. I had to get up early this morning. I went to bed late, and
It's Vegas. It happens.
It happens.
I went to sleep at 4 and I was up at 6, like I'd slept for 12 hours.
I was training.
Nice.
So that's what I do. That's the difference. When everybody else is sleeping, I'm still working. And I take great pride in it because this is a craft. This is like if I was a stone or a carpenter or any kind of other thing. You have a shit product if you put shit work. I don't put shit work. I put quality work into everything that I do because inside that octagon, I'm well prepared for anything this guy's going to throw.
Yeah.
So kicks, punches, elbows, I'm going to finish this guy.
People that have been watching these interviews for a while now will probably roll their eyes at this, but a 10th planet man, a jiu-jitsu man, I need to pick your brain on a couple of things jiu-jitsu wise. Your style in the octagon has been one of the most exciting to watch from a submission grappler point of view. When guys now are learning jiu-jitsu to nullify jiu-jitsu, it seems like the 10 planet system is what's really taken over at the minute again. There's a resurgence, if you will.
The 10 planet system has helped me tremendously. It's very well. When I went into the 10 planet system, I had my arm broke. And I didn't plan on staying with the system for a long time because I was just introductory. I was going to go somewhere else. But I fell in love with it. No gi, baby. You know, the system
No gi, no problems.
No gi, no problems. Notch. You know? And I take it with a grain of salt because with jiu-jitsu, what you get from myself is 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu and a lot of other places where I've got my jiu-jitsu. I used to work at Paragon Jiu-Jitsu with Frangia Miller too. And Rodrigo Comprido when I was in Death Clutch. And now it's Eddie Bravo for 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu. And I look at these maestros because I don't bullshit talk with them. I talk jiu-jitsu. And when you talk jiu-jitsu, we're talking technique, we're talking quality stuff. And I don't have to have a visual because we have the words in our system in 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu.
Well then, compared to, you mentioned Comprido there, who's the old school style of jiu-jitsu, you know? He was in some great fights. I saw him fight here in Vegas against Roger Gracie earlier on in the year. It's guys like him that have a more solid base fundamental jiu-jitsu that I think that can allow stuff like the 10th planet one to expand further.
It is. It's a traditional type of thing. When the forefathers like Frangia and Rodrigo and Gracie's and then Machado's, when they brought it from Brazil, right, and they brought it over here, I don't think they knew exactly how far it was going to go and how everybody was going to like be so influenced with it. And we have so many different like subcategories as far as jiu-jitsu goes. It's amazing, dude. You can't go wrong with it. And if you have a great teacher and somebody that actually can break it down and be ninja with it, for me, it's Eddie Bravo. Eddie's awesome, you know. And for me, I talked to him and we're like, hey, what was that thing that we did on that one time? And he already knows, because I sit there and I level head. We talk like that. Genius knows genius.
Real recognizes real.
Real recognizes real.
Well, then one final thing, jiu-jitsu related. Unfortunately, oversight on my part, but if I had been more on the ball, I would be flying to LA on Sunday morning so I could get down to the Eddie Bravo Invitational as well. Yeah. Are you going to be there? What's your think for the tournament? In my opinion, Eddie Bravo has revitalized competition jiu-jitsu. I love the submission-only format. I think it's very exciting. His rule set has even been adopted in tournaments in Ireland because people like it that much.
That's awesome. He's a very good world-known jiu-jitsu fighter. And what he did in this world as far as beating one of the Gracies is one of the most incredible things. And going in there and offering him to be able to compete again on that second one over, it was awesome. Metamoris, right? I think it was.
Yeah.
I forget. I don't really pay attention.
Like it was a draw but he absolutely smashed Tyler for the full time.
And he smashed him, and that's what he get. When you train quality, you get quality. And when you're preparing for a war, you gotta put yourself through hell. And this week for fight week with Edson Barboza, I'm still training my ass off all the way through and through. And with the 10-planet jiu-jitsu system and my Tony Ferguson MMA Snapdown City Wrestling, you're gonna get much more than everybody wants for this fight. And it should be on pay-per-view as a main event, so you guys make that happen next time.
Lovely. Thank you very much. See you soon.
See you soon.